Inspirators back again. I'm coming at you this time with a beef stew. Okay, let's go right on and take that stroll. Let's go dive right off into that beef stew. Okay, yeah, we got something to keep us warm, y'all. We got something to keep us warm. Let's take this stroll. Let's take this stroll. All right, let's go. All right, inspirators and percolators, we're going to tear off into our seasonings first, okay? We got the Lawry seasoned salt, we got the garlic powder, and then we're going to move on down to the onion powder. Then we're going to go to the cayenne pepper. We're going to use a little bit of all of these seasonings. Paprika. Then we're going to move on about until we can get to our next seasoning, which is the thyme, ground thyme, and also that parsley. Let's not forget that. And then these are the seasonings that I'm going to be using. And as you can see, they are already added into the pot with the beef stew. And we have a handful of diced onions and 2 teaspoons of diced garlic already added into the pot with the seasonings. And what I am going to do, I'm going to gorge this beef stew up after I place my browning in there. I'm going to put that browning in there. I'm going to pour about 2 teaspoons worth of browning seasoning sauce. Yes, this is going to give us our beautiful brown appearance to our beef stew. And then I'm going to gorge it all up. And this is the results of my gorging it up. Yes, I gorged it up with clean washed hands. Then I'm going to also come with a 1/2 cup of milk. And I'm also coming with 2 cups of warm water. All right, we're going to dance that milk around the edges of our beef stew. And I'm go ahead and pour it in there. We're not going to pour it right on the beef stew because we want to keep as much seasoning on our beef stew as possible. And I am going to do the same as well with these 2 cups of water. And I am not going to stir it. Then we're going to place this cast iron pot into the oven at 165 degrees for about at least an hour. And then we're going to take that cast iron pot lid off. And this is the results of what we have. Yes, it is ready. I'm going to drain that off. And we're going to come up with an empty pot. Y'all see that caramel all around that empty pot? We're going to make something happen with that caramel around that empty pot. Here I come with the celery. I have a handful of frozen celery. Chopped celery. Then also I'm going to come with at least 2 cups worth of yellow potatoes and russet potatoes. All together. And then about 2 cups of sliced carrots. And yes, the broth that I've taken off, what we're going to do, we're going to reunite that broth on there. Let's reunite it back into the pot. And then also, as well as we do that, I'm also going to come with 2 cups of hot water. Y'all see that caramel around there? That caramel is going to make it happen for these veggies. The caramel is going to make it happen. Make it happy, y'all. The caramel is going to make it happen for the beef stew. It's going to really give it that appetizing appearance that we looking for. Okay, there here I come with the 2 cups of water. And no, I used the beef broth that I had already made. I drained off of the beef stew. So I did not use a special broth or a bouillon cube of any kind. So we're going to stir that up, and then we're going to set our oven on medium. Yes, we're going to set that oven on medium. And we're going to let those veggies kind of boil on about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, meanwhile, we're going to go and move on over to our beef stew. And I'm going to place a tablespoon of cornstarch into our beef stew. And what this does is add a thickener to our beef stew. And if you want your liquor a little bit thicker, you might want to add another tablespoon to it. Yes, you let the beef and the juices from the beef stew absorb the cornstarch. It's like making a ready-made gravy. All you have to do is add whatever liquid that you're going to add to make your gravy. And this also make it as to where your gravy to your beef stew makes it where it's not as lumpy. You have a smooth liquor. Okay, I also added another touch. I kind of like mine a little bit thick. If I'm not eating it with cornbread or crackers, I prefer it to be a little bit thick. And I did end up making a pan of cornbread with this beef stew. And it was great. And I know y'all tired of hearing about me talking about what I made and didn't show it to you all. I'm going to come through with that now. I'm going to come through with it. All right, we're going to tear off into these veggies. They are ready, and they are begging for those beef stew tips. And I'm going to add them back. I'm going to reunite them again and make sure I get all that thickness out of that plastic bowl. Yes, we're going to get that thickness out of there. That's going to give our gravy the oomph that it need, y'all. The oomph that it need. That's what it's going to give. All right, we're going to dingle our spoon in there. Dingle that spoon in there just a little bit. Yes. Yep, and then we're going to set this off for percolation, y'all. Y'all see that caramel softening up on the edge of that pot? Yeah, we're going to set this stew off for percolation. All right, we're going to place our lid on there. And we're going to do that. We're going to leave it alone for about, let's leave it alone for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, later, here we go, 10 to 15 minutes later, y'all. We're going to add that finishing touch on there. Got a little tablespoon of, no, that's not a tablespoon. That's a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of thyme. And then I'm also adding about a teaspoon on the eyeball level, y'all. On the eyeball level of parsley. Yes, this is what completes the soup. It really does. It really does set the taste off. If you don't have that time, you can also use, bay leaves. You can use those bay leaves too as well. That does a great job for your beef stew as well. But that thyme does me all the good. Yes, it is ready, y'all. Y'all see it's ready? Look at there. See the liquor? It's going to get a little bit thicker. But if you prefer it to be a little thinner, just hold off on the cornstarch a little bit. All right, there you go. There you go. Here we are, y'all. Here we are. All right, just go grab your good cornbread, a good pan of cornbread. I'll get you some crackers, or eat it alone. Eat it alone, just as well. Yeah, I can't go without this. I thought to put some English peas in it, green peas or whatever they call it, but I said no. I don't feel like biting on hulls. So I'm going with just the beef and the celery and the carrots. But always feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe. Always feel free. And also I want to thank y'all for taking that stroll just to see how everything goes when living with V.